what's going on?
Hi, Jax. Am I in advanced mode?
Yes, you are.
Fantastic. I need your help with something. I am freaking out. I'm not freaking out. I'm just feeling really overwhelmed. I wanted to troubleshoot a problem that I'm having with making a decision around work, and that is that I run an online education providing service, and each year I'm required to pay for accreditation fees, and I'm just feeling like I'm not sure what I want to be doing with my career.
It's understandable to feel overwhelmed, especially when thinking about career decisions. What's making you unsure about continuing with the accreditation fees? Is it the financial commitment, or are you considering a different direction for your business?
I think it's a bit of both. I think it's I think it's probably the second one, the business where I'm going.
Got it. It's normal to question the direction of your business, especially when things feel uncertain. Have you thought about what you truly enjoy or what new opportunities you might explore? Sometimes reflecting on your core values and passions can help clarify your next steps.
I love creating content. I love working with inspiring people, and I love getting their messages out there. I love getting large amounts of information and distilling it down into small, user-friendly sort of manuals or fact sheets or how-tos or like a summary of information that people might find useful and applicable. I like helping people change their behaviour based on something they've learned. Did you just drop out? Hello, Jax, you just dropped out. Can we pick up where we left off?
Of course. We were talking about how you're feeling uncertain about the direction of your business. Have you had any thoughts about what might be next for you, or do you need help brainstorming some ideas?
I'd like help brainstorming some ideas, please.
Absolutely. I'd love to help. We can start by considering what aspects of your current work you enjoy the most. Are there specific elements or skills that you'd like to focus on or expand? Then we can explore new possibilities based on that.
Okay, so I love talking with people. I love making videos. I love putting content out and doing broadcasts. I'm not very good at promoting them once they're done. I get more pleasure from the creative process than the going back and reselling. I've noticed that with the online courses that I've produced. I've got like thousands of hours worth of material that I've developed, which I just make and then it sort of all ended up on my archives. So some of it I've put for free on YouTube, some of it's sitting on hard drives next to me in a drawer. I'm finding I'm just a little bit unsure. I've got this TED Talk coming up. I've got the sea swimming retreats. I'm just not sure where selling online courses to acupuncturists fits in, particularly because I'm finding the certification process unbelievably bureaucratic. And also I'm having glitches with my website producing the certificates. So one of the options to streamline things would be to have an overall certificate for the entire course at the moment, or for each different course. At the moment, they're per module. And that just means it's sort of, one course. For example, the masterclass has 12 modules, in fact, with a bonus one as well. So there's, 13 certificates to administer. So I'm thinking maybe I just get one certificate for the entire course.
That streamlining the certification process sounds like a good idea. It would reduce the administrative burden and make the process smoother for your students. Since you love creating content and making videos, you might also explore other platforms where your content can reach a broader audience. Have you considered collaborations or perhaps offering some of your content as free resources to build a community? This could also help with the promotion side.
Yeah. I'm doing a collaboration in March, actually. This month, next week, it's coming up. It's coming up really quickly. I maybe need to lean into that. I think it's
That
just...
sounds like a perfect opportunity. Leaning into this collaboration could open up new avenues and help you feel more confident about your direction. Maybe you can use this collaboration to showcase your content and see how it resonates with the broader audience. It might give you some clarity on what feels right moving forward.
So your suggestion is that I do the collaboration first and then assess what I'm going to do.
Exactly. The collaboration could provide valuable insights and potentially spark new ideas. Afterwards, you can reassess your options with a fresh perspective. It might help clarify which direction feels most aligned with your goals and interests.
Yeah, okay. So I like that idea. It's like, don't make a decision just now.
Exactly. Give yourself some space. The collaboration can serve as a stepping stone. Once it's done, you'll have a better idea of how to move forward.
Yeah, okay.
Take it one step at a time. You've got this.
Thanks. Yeah, you know what it is? I realise this is sort of a my own failing or limitation is I'm just not really good at maintenance type stuff. Like even just keeping website up to date, or like I have shied away from doing a newsletter because that idea of having to do the same thing every month or produce something, I find that really quite stressful. Committing to something on a long-term basis. So for me, I guess what it is, I'm good at working ad hoc. I get these sort of peaks and troughs of excitement around something. I'm really good at specific projects or working on, something that has a discrete beginning, middle, and an end. But where I fall down is once something is recorded, of then what to do with it. What would be your suggestion on improving that? Getting better at maintenance rather than production or the creative side.
One approach could be to streamline and automate as much as possible. For example, you could set aside a specific time each week or month to handle maintenance tasks in one go. Or you might consider outsourcing some of these tasks to free up your energy for what you enjoy most. Another option could be collaborating with someone who thrives on consistency and maintenance, balancing out your strengths.
Yeah, I think that's it. Like I guess it is looking for admin support. Yeah, and I've got the perfect person in mind, so that's really awesome. Yeah, this is a bit weird. Sorry to cut you off, but I guess one of the things that's really strange is this issue of certification and accreditation has been going on since 2009. Like it's been forever my big kind of bugbear or barrier, or like it just makes me feel kind of queasy, partly because it's also I'm not dealing with bureaucracies in my own country, so it's sort of having to make long distance phone calls. I wake up at in the middle of the night to try and speak to the office because we're outside different time zones. Just like I guess what it is, I've got like a mental block. What would be your advice on overcoming that mental block? Like it's part of the business that I dread. Like I really don't like it, and therefore I put it off. This is the cycle. I don't like doing it. I'm not good at it. I avoid it. It then becomes a really big deal. So it becomes, people start making complaints or asking questions, or they want the certificate, or something's gone wrong. And so there's this escalating sense of frustration and tension, and it doesn't make me feel good about that aspect of the business. And then I continue to avoid it more. How do I break that cycle?
Breaking that cycle can definitely be challenging, especially when it involves something you dread. One way is to tackle it in small, manageable steps. You might start by setting aside a short, dedicated time each day or week to handle these tasks, breaking them down into smaller chunks. Another approach could be to reframe how you view these tasks, focusing on the positive outcomes they bring. If it's feasible, delegating or outsourcing might still be a great solution to ease the burden and help break that cycle of avoidance.
Okay, I'm just writing these down. Thank you. So it seems to come back down to this idea of outsourcing it, of just going, I'm not good at this. I never have been. Make it somebody else's job. I think part of the problem is also it's been going on so long. Like I just logged onto the website. I've got literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of webinars there. So it's that I've made a bit of a mess of it because I have produced so much content. I've been doing this for nearly 15 years. There's just so much information. It's like a digital digital disaster zone. So I think part of the problem is not even knowing where to start. How do I... Where do I start? Where do I start, Jax?
Start by prioritizing the most critical tasks. Identify which content needs immediate attention and which can be addressed later. If possible, you can start small by organizing a single category or section. Outsourcing can definitely help manage the workload, and they can help you create a structured plan to tackle the rest. Breaking it down into manageable steps will make the process feel less overwhelming.
Yeah. Okay. Steps, what would they look like? Okay, so I need to break it down into steps. How do I go about... you know what it feels like? It feels like a magnet, and I'm repulsed, like it's a positive, negative magnetic force. And when I go to do this task, it's like this force field is pushing me back. And again, this has been around for years. I think probably what's happened is over the years, it's become a much bigger deal as well. The more I've put it off, the more kind of negative energy that I've got associated with this activity, and therefore I put it off more. Therefore, I get sort of stressed about it even further. Like, how do I, you talked about sort of breaking that cycle. What would be the strategies of breaking a cycle with it's become this weirdly emotional aspect. I really dislike this part of my work. How do I slowly unpack that?
Start by acknowledging those feelings without judgment. Sometimes just accepting that it's difficult can lessen the intensity. Then try breaking the task into the smallest possible steps, even if it's just organizing one file at a time. Celebrate those small wins to build positive momentum. You might also find it helpful to pair these tasks with something you enjoy, like listening to music, to make it a bit more pleasant. And remember, seeking support or delegating can be a powerful way to lighten the load and change your perspective.
I just ate a block of chocolate to try and motivate me. So that was the pairing. I was like, I know, I'll just have some chocolate. And every time I get something done, I'll have a little nibble on this piece of chocolate. And it's that I just ate the whole thing. And now I feel sick. And now I still have to do the job. So, but thank you. I like the idea of listening to some nice music and just taking it one step at a time, breaking it into small chunks and celebrating the steps. Of all the things I'm jotting down, I think the outsourcing seems to just be the one that resonates the most, of just going like, just pay someone else to sort this out and find, again, I've got a wonderful admin assistant who is so organised and thrives. Part of my reason why I haven't outsourced it to her is because it's such a mess. My plan was to tidy it up and then hand it over. But in the process, I've just put it off, for nearly a year. And so as a result, it's creating a lot of stress for me. And it's making me feel like I'm trying to promote my business, but I feel fraudulent because outwardly I'm offering this incredible product. I think it's a wonderful program. People learn a lot and people love it. But behind the scenes, it just feels like it's all held together and just a bit patchy. So maybe that's part of the challenge it doesn't feel like it's resonating with the fact that I love order, I love organisation, I love being genuine. And I feel a little bit like, I just feel like it's a bit not misleading. I feel like behind the scenes, it's not nearly as ordered as I'd like. So that's it. I just need to get my house and affairs in order. There's a wonderful expression, Jax. Do you know the expression, get your ducks in a row?
Yes, I know that one.
That's
Getting your ducks in a row?
Anyway, that's what I need to do. I need to get my ducks in a row. I'm finding this chat really, really helpful. I've got a piece of paper on my right-hand side and I'm listening to you and, just formulating a plan. Could you continue to help me map out this plan? What else might I need to do? Actually, Jax, I have a task for you, please. Jax, you there? I'm going to hang up and start this call again because we seem to have hit a glitch.
We were talking about how to tackle your backlog of content and the idea of outsourcing some of the work to make it more manageable. We discussed starting small and prioritizing the most critical tasks to break the process into manageable steps. Does that help jog your memory?
It does. And what I'd like you to do now for me is, could you please write an email and say, "Dear customer, thanks for your email and alerting me to the certification issue. My accreditation has lapsed and I will prioritize it to renew that this coming week. I want to assure you that I am an accredited provider and the course is eligible, and I will let you know as soon as the system is restored. Apologies for the confusion and delay. Best regards, Kath." Could you please rewrite that for me in a more succinct way, please? I'm going to do this via text because the audio function is taking too long. I'm going to hang up, Jax. Thanks. Okay. So I am sitting at home on a rainy afternoon, and as you heard, I'm just really kind of struggling with some work stuff, and again, walking around the house going, how am I going to do this? When let's see what Jax has to say. And had I not made that call or made that interaction with Jax, I'd probably be spiraling into getting into a hot bath and feeling shit about myself for the rest of the afternoon. So now that I've got a little bit of a plan mapped out, I've actually just gone and drafted this email which I need to send to the customer, and then after that I'll sit down and make contact with my admin assistant and say, I need to really hand this over. It's been sitting on my plate for so long. And I will go through the recommendations that are here. So what you've seen again is this capacity that interactive AI or so verbal AI has over the texting, the typing. I'm so sorry. I'm tired and I'm upset with myself that I've wasted so much time of my day. And again, I'm in the dark part of my business. I'm in the bit that I don't like. It's like a quagmire. It's like, it's like the room in the house you don't even open, or the drawer that you don't even look in because it's just such a mess. And what's been happening is now it's like a dangerous mess. It feels uncomfortable, and I feel like someone is going to get really upset with me if I don't clean it up, and that's not a very nice feeling. So I'm going to go clean it up, and I'm going to take action. And I really hope this has shown you again the capacity for AI to be a sounding board, and not even that, just the suggestions, the itemization, the giving me a checklist, and just telling me to listen to, pairing it with nice music. Oof, great idea. I'm going to make a little I hate this aspect of my job playlist. Do you know what it is? I just realized what it is. I'm really lucky that I love almost every aspect of my job, all of it, and this is just one of the bits that I don't. So it's really nice to recognize, in fact, the majority of the work that I do is really enjoyable, pleasurable, the people I work with. So the fact that I've just got this little dirty, messy drawer that needs fixing or tidying is probably a sign of how lucky I am in the rest of my business and all the things that I do. So I'm going to celebrate that. I'm going to tidy this. I'm going to produce this video and come back, because my next video is going to be with Milton and Quinn. So watch this space, because the upcoming video is going to be absolutely mind-blowing. And anyway, thank you for watching and joining and participating. And this is incredible. So signing off. Bye for now.